Dive into a gripping journey through the most isolated places on planet Earth, from Snake Island in Brazil to Massive Cave in Vietnam. Discover their stories of isolation. In our vast world, there are hidden gems that many have never seen. From Brazil's snake-filled island to the deep trenches of the ocean and the peaks of Tibet, each place holds secret and tales of bravery, discovery, and wonder. Let's embark on a journey through these incredible isolated locations, discovering the stories they hold and the mysteries they keep. Join us as we explore the marvels of Earth, learning about the people, nature, and history that shape them. Dive in and let the adventure begin. Snake Island. There's a small island called Ilha de Queimada Grande, or Snake's Island, not far from Brazil. Imagine a place filled with snakes. It's only about 106 acres, but it's home to countless venomous snakes. From anyone scared of snakes, this place might seem terrifying. It's about 20 miles from Brazil's main coast, which means the snakes can't reach the larger parts of South America. This is a relief, especially knowing how dangerous their venom is. Speaking of danger, one special snake lives there, the golden lancehead viper. It's unique because it's only found on this land and nowhere else in the world. To keep people safe from these snakes, Brazil's government doesn't allow just anyone to visit. Only the Navy goes there sometimes, and a few researchers with doctors because of the risks. There are tales of some daring folks trying to steal snakes from the island, but it's not only illegal, it's also deadly. So it's better to learn about this unique island from a safe distance, maybe through a book or online. It's a reminder of the amazing, mysterious places our world holds. North Sentinel Island. North Sentinel Island is part of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands in India. However, it's not like most places we know. The Sentinelese people live there, and they've chosen just to keep away from the rest of the world. Because of this, India's government has rules to keep the island and its people safe. No one is allowed to visit. The Sentinelese people live a unique life. They don't know about things like TikTok, COVID-19, or NFTs. It's a very different world they live in. Long ago, in the late 19th century, people tried to visit and learn about them, but these visits didn't go well. There were also unfortunate events in 2006 and 2018. It shows that this island and its people are a reminder of many mysteries our world still has. Tristan da Cunha. Tristan da Cunha is a group of islands far south of St. Helena in South Atlantic Ocean. It's one of the most distant places where people live. These islands are special because they're made from volcanoes. To get there from the US, it's a very long journey taking about 15 hours. People on the island are like a big family. There are only 7 family names there, but they've always found ways to get along. They even have their own way of speaking English, which not many people in the world use. The island doesn't have fast internet or phones like we're used to, but if you want to visit, you can catch a ride on one of the fishing boats that go there about 9 times a year. This place shows us how different life can be in far-off corners of the world. Danakil Depression. The Danakil Depression in Ethiopia is a tough place. The first thing you'd notice there are the strong heat and the smell of sulfur. But what's amazing is the bright green and yellow patches that look like colorful scrambled eggs. This place has over 30 volcanoes, and it's one of the most special spots on Earth. You'll see things like hot springs, dark lava, and big areas of salt. Even though Ethiopia has cool places, this part is very hot and dry. It's one of the lowest and hottest spots on our planet. Mariana Trench. Now, speaking of deep and mysterious places, let's talk about the Mariana Trench. This trench is the deepest part of the world's oceans. It has unique spots with vents that shoot out gases and active mud volcanoes. Life there has to deal with extreme pressures and darkness. Some creatures survive by eating things like methane and sulfur, while others eat smaller sea animals. The deepest part of this trench, called the Challenger Deep, is about 10,994 meters deep. That's really deep. Studying these places helps us learn about the incredible wonders of our world. Circe Island. Circe Island appeared in 1963 after a big volcano erupted for 3 years. Since then, scientists have been very interested in this island. People visiting have to be careful not to bring any seeds. But someone once accidentally brought a tomato seed and a plant grew. The plant was removed because it could affect the island's studies. Heard Island. Now let's talk about some islands near Australia. First, there's Heard Island. This island is 368 square kilometers and has a big volcano named Big Ben. That's 2,745 meters high. These islands belong to Australia and are protected. They've been special World Heritage Sites since 1997. To visit, you need special permission. but it's a good spot for scientists to see how climate changes affect nature. Javari Valley. Lastly, in Brazil, there's a large area called the Javari Valley. It's deep in the rainforest and is home to many tribes. About 6,000 people live there from 26 different groups. Some are from families who escaped danger long ago. They live in remote parts of the forest near Amazon rivers. The area has its challenges, including some people causing trouble, but it's an important place that tells the story of many brave communities. Nama. Nama is a large flat-topped mountain in Venezuela, close to Brazil. Local Yaquana Indians tell a story about a spirit that lives in caves on the mountain. While this might sound like something from a storybook, the real wonder of this place is its two huge holes in the ground. The bigger hole, known as Sima Humboldt, is incredibly wide at 502 meters. Not too far from it, there's another deep hole called Sima Martel, which goes down 248 meters. If you were flying over them, you'd be amazed by their size. Back in 1961, a pilot named Harry Gibson was the first to see these holes. However, people only started exploring them in 1974. Climbers used ropes to get down, but coming back up was not easy. These ropes didn't stay tight and made the climb back quite tough. Inside the big hole, there's a big hole made of quartzite which goes on for 1.35 kilometers. It's a place filled with mysteries and wonders that brave explorers have been trying to understand for years. Stay tuned till the end to find out about the most isolated places in the world. Motuo County. Motuo is a unique place in eastern Tibet, and it stands out because it doesn't have a single highway connecting it to the rest of China. It's where the Brahmaputra River ends its journey in China before heading to India. The region boasts a lush landscape thanks to its moist climate, which gives it with lots of rain. With its natural park filled with waterfalls, rivers, and a variety of plants, many refer to Motuo as Tibet's own botanical garden. If you're seeking an adventure, you can trek to Motuo, but be prepared. The hike takes 4 solid days. Hang Song Dune Cave. This massive cave in Vietnam is truly special. A farmer found it in 2008, revealing a cave so big that you could fit a plane inside. It's over 5 kilometers long and 200 meters high. But getting there is no walk in the park. Adventurers must hike through jungles and rivers for 2 days. And inside the cave, they'll climb, crawl, and explore the wonders it hides. Our world is vast and filled with remarkable places, from mysterious islands to breathtaking landscapes and hidden caves. Each location has its own story, waiting for brave souls to discover and respect. Exploring these wonders reminds us of Earth's beauty and the adventures that await the curious heart. Let's cherish and protect these incredible sights for generations to come. But before you leave, please click the subscribe button to hear more stories like this. If you want to say something, write it in the comments, and if you like this, share it with your friends. Keep watching and stay strong.